The Boys is returning to us for a third season of blood-soaked depravity, and this season seems to be pulling inspiration from a ton of elements from the comics, as well as introducing a literal army of new characters. Despite the fact that the news of Soldier Boy being included in The Boys Season 3 broke the day after Season 2 ended, and other channels rushed to make their explained videos, we silently waited. We waited for our opportunity. Concealed within our fortress, the lords of key issues see all. Our gaze pierces cloud, shadow, earth, and flesh, and janky YouTube thumbnails. We have returned to you to make the very best The Boys Season 3 content on this platform, so you're welcome. Today's video is going to cover the comic book origins of who will undoubtedly be the most popular new character in Season 3 of The Boys, Soldier Boy. But keep in mind, The Boys is a series for mature readers, and the content we discuss today will be less young viewer friendly than our typical content. Soldier Boy first appeared in the miniseries Herogasm, issue number 1, written by Gareth Ennis and drawn by John McCree and Keith Burns. Soldier Boy is a legacy character within the Boys universe, meaning multiple heroes throughout time have held the mantle of Soldier Boy. 3, in fact. We will discuss all of their lives in this video, but unlike our normal videos, I am not going to be starting at the character's first appearance. The original Soldier Boy's origins aren't clearly documented in the comics outside of stating that he was one of the first US-enhanced superhumans. Soldier Boy, like the other first-generation supes, was given Compound V much later in life, and because of this, it's said that the drug was significantly less potent. Soldier Boy was deployed along with other superheroes as part of the Avenging Squad into Nazi-occupied Germany. Colonel Mallory, the original leader of the Boys, was at the time part of the 6th Battalion, 32nd Armored Division. The battalion was sent into what was believed to be a quiet area in the south of Germany to rest, recuperate, and improve morale. Unbeknownst to everyone, the Battle of the Bulge was about to begin, and for those of you who aren't history buffs, the Battle of the Bulge was a surprise attack launched by Germany during the Second World War in Belgium, Luxembourg, and France. It is considered to be the bloodiest battle fought by America while in the European portion of their campaign during the Second World War. The Avenging Squad was sent into this battalion, again because this battalion was supposed to be resting and recuperating and out of major battle, so there wasn't a whole lot of harm that this untested group could do by being part of the battalion. During introductions, Soldier Boy and another supe were able to lift a 36-ton tank off the ground, and despite this insane feat of strength, the Allied leaders really didn't want a group of untrained superheroes within their ranks, as they weren't properly trained on things like military tactics, equipment, or strategy. However, almost directly after being introduced, the Avenging Squad made the mistake of sending multiple heroes into the sky to scout and search for Germans without any previous authorization of military leadership. When the supes were in the air, they were spotted by German scouts giving away their position. The battalion was ambushed, and everyone in the battalion was brutally killed. Additionally, everybody on the Avenging team died brutally as well. The last 2 people alive were a shell-shocked Colonel Mallory and Soldier Boy, who was clinging to life. Mallory ended up killing Soldier Boy, presumably for leading to the death of all of his battalion members. Then Mallory was taken prisoner and sent to a POW camp for the rest of the war. In 1950, another group called Crime Fighters Incorporated was formed. Mallory saw this group and immediately identified the same superheroes, all having been recast with new supes under the existing mantles. A new Soldier Boy was part of this group, but no known adventures with this incarnation of Soldier Boy were ever known to have happened. Many years later, the Vaught American Corporation adjusted the group, recast members, and relaunched them under a new name called Payback, an obvious homage to the Avengers. Among this new team was a new version of Soldier Boy. Payback is considered to be the second most powerful superhero group in the world, and Soldier Boy, being a member of that team, is obviously a high-ranking superhero in the public sphere of influence. The third Soldier Boy's first appearance was actually during a miniseries called Herogasm that we mentioned before. Herogasm was an event where a number of high-profile superheroes went away to a debauchery-fueled super party on a private island under the public guise of being sent into space to battle an all-powerful race of aliens. Here, we meet an eager new soldier boy, desperate to up his stock by joining the Seven, the world's most prolific superhero team. Naively, when we see Soldier Boy, he's being tricked into having sex with Homelander under the ruse that if he does so, he'd be allowed to join the Seven. Obviously, this doesn't happen. Payback, the group, re-emerges during issues 32 through 34, as outlined in our videos on the female in Stormfront. The boys find themselves targeted and lured into an attack by Payback. The character of Kimiko is known only as the female of the species within the comics. The female was tricked and ambushed by Stormfront, inarguably the second strongest hero in the boys' universe behind Homelander. The female is badly beaten and left for dead. She's recovered by Frenchie, who takes her to the closest hospital. However, we quickly realize that the hospital itself is a gigantic setup to lure in the rest of the boys' members so that Payback can attack them all in one place. The boys find themselves up against Soldier Boy, Stormfront, Crimson Countess, Mind Droid, and Swatto. The battle is brutal, but the boys are clearly the more experienced fighters. Soldier Boy attempts to fight Butcher one-on-one, but due to his naivety in believing that Butcher would fight by the rules, Butcher ends up biting his nose off. Additionally, it doesn't help that Payback loses their strongest hero when Butcher throws glass into Stormfront's eyes and he flees the battle scene. Once Stormfront has been removed from the fight, Butcher gives the order to the rest of the boys to flee while he alone faces the remaining members of Payback. Butcher then proceeds to stalk the remaining members of Payback. Butcher lures them into isolated one-on-one battles and kills them. The last person he kills is Soldier Boy, and we don't see his death specifically, but later in the series there is a very public memorial for the fallen Soup. Ironically, where Captain America is supposed to represent the ideal that America strives to be, Soldier Boy is undoubtedly the more accurate depiction of what humanity actually is. And I hope you enjoyed this shorter video, but Soldier Boy isn't a major player in the comics like he will be in the show. However, make sure that you're subscribed, and most importantly, that you have the notification bell turned on so that you can learn all about the new soups that debut in this season of The Boys. I hope you learned a lot, and if you did, remember to subscribe and follow me on Twitter. I'd really appreciate the internet clout. This has been Nick from Key Issues, thanking you again for watching, and remember the motto, Soldier Boy over everything.